In class, we watched a video by Tim Ferriss called Fear Setting. He went over his various steps that he uses to get to his goals and reach his goals. This may not be effective for all students, but it may be effective for some. And the reason why we look at this is because 1/3 of our student population suffers with some kind of anxiety with school or their goals. It's really nice to watch the video, but when you put it into practice, it can be a difficult, challenging assignment. So I did lay it out for you on a template, and then I will go over with you on what each of the areas mean again. Up at the top line right here, it says, what if I? This is where you put some kind of goal that you want to reach, but you feel like it just may be a little bit too big or it causes you some kind of discomfort. So for me, I said, what if I try to get my doctorate degree? That would be an overwhelming task for me, and it would be kind of an intimidating goal. I could do it, but I might decide to not do it just based upon the anxiety around it. So the first thing you do is you look at this first column where it says define. You do that whole column first. List the obstacles that you might have for your success. What is it that you are concerned that might happen? So for me, I have low comprehension with reading. I might have to write a dissertation. I have a low testing ability because to get into a doctorate program, you do have to take the standardized tests. The cost of it is high. Balancing my time with my family and work would be a challenge. The cost reward does cause me some kind of anxiety in the way that I don't know if what I'm going to pay out, if I'm going to receive back the rewards for that. And then my son does have medical issues, and so he has a number of appointments that he has to have. So on this, so you list out whatever you're concerned that might stop you from your goal. Then what you want to do is you want to come to the prevent column. What can I do to stop this from happening? So for me, the low comprehension for reading, that would take a lot of effort on my part, but I can get audiobooks. And then what I'm going to do is go all the way across on this. So I go to issue 1, which is a low comprehension of reading. To prevent it, I could get some audiobooks. And then repair it means how am I going to fix it if it does happen? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't fix a low comprehension of reading. All I can do is compensate for it. So for me, it's going to take a lot of effort. I have to know that prior, and I'll have to probably read the text, listen to it, and then reread text. Then I come down here to number 2, and I'm going to go straight across. I have to write a dissertation. So I might want to find a program that chunks it into small tasks. Another way I could do, which I thought about after I did this exercise, is you find a program without a dissertation. Or if they still have one, I can chunk it myself. But for me, if I was going to really go after my doctorates, I would look into a doctorate that did not have, or some program that does not have a dissertation. Number 3, the low testing ability. I don't know how much I can prevent that, but I would definitely have to have probably some kind of tutoring. Or if that does happen when I take a test, I can find a program that accepts lower scores. The cost is high, so I can start saving now. And then if it gets overwhelming, I might have to go a little more slowly. Balancing my time is going to be a challenge, but I can look into taking some online classes. That would help me go at my own pace. And then again, I may have to not do a full class load. I may have to cut down on the size of the classes. The cost reward, I really can't prevent that, but I would have to look into that. I'd have to research it of how much money am I willing to push into this, and then is it worth the benefit of what comes out of it? That's just going to be a personal decision on my part. And then the doctor's appointment for my son, I can't prevent his health issues. So again, you can't prevent those kind of things. But I can wait until my son is in college and when he's taking better care of himself. Number 6 and 7 are really the issues that would prevent me from getting my doctorate degree. On the other page, on the back side of the page, it says, what are the benefits of attempting to reach my goal or even a partial success? I've already had a partial success because I have my master's. And what that does is it allows me to teach at a community college. If I do finish, it would be definitely for the prestige to say that that is something that I've done. I would take great pride in that. And then I could move on if I wanted to and teach at a major university. Then the last part is, what if I do nothing? So in my case, in 3 months, 6 months, and a year, those are all going to be about the same. They're really not going to change for me. For me, I would have to stay at Lone Star, and I don't look at that as a have to, but because I enjoy what I'm doing now. I'm happy where I'm at, and I can make, if I want another goal, I can always go into faculty, which is full-time, and I'm okay with that. I enjoy my job. I enjoy Lone Star. So for me, this goal is okay if I want to put it on hold for a little bit and then evaluate it and think about it. It would be a lot of time, energy, and money, and I don't know that the reward from that, prestige for me, is something that I really need. So for me right now, simplifying my life is what matters, and I can actually go after this at another time. So I hope that helps you to go through this assignment a little bit more. At the top, then, you would put some kind of goal, educational goal that you want to do. You would go down the define side and define what might stop you. And you may or may not be able to prevent some of them, but you definitely can think of what you will do, how to repair it when and if it happens.